Now it should be good. Let's do this. Okay. Cool, guys. Thanks for being patient. This has been a headache. Cool. Now you guys can see my screen. Finally. Okay, now I guys can show you guys what to do. All right, so if you guys don't know, we're gonna skip this and go through this real fast now because we're already kind of behind. Let's go through how to find products, what to find, and what's the fastest ways to start finding people's products. We're gonna do a few different things very, very quickly. So I know a lot of you guys ask questions if you have them below, so I can answer them while I do this. I'm gonna go a few things. First, we're looking for brands that we can sell. Second, we're looking for models inside that, and then we're gonna go through how to use the LaCroix extension. Let's do the LaCroix extension first, so then we can .com. So we can use it as best as possible. Cool. All right, cool. So right here we have the LaCroix extensions in general. There's a few things that you can get off. Let's set up how to use it. So let's go to this this here. This is going to be the options. So this is going to be the stat. This will always show up if you set any of these. So I'm going to set this max price. Let's set this max price to $9,999. So we have a max price set. The categories, if you only do one category, I would set this. But other than that, you can do all categories and switch them. Sales rank is really going to depend on what your category search in. And then I like to do minimum sellers 3. New. Well, I'm doing very broad searches, but right now let's just do 0 and let's just save it. So it's saved right now. We can jump out of it and we can start running through it. So to do very, very broad searches, we're going to have, you don't need to have anything in these broad searches except for this max filled out and then the sales rank filled out. So the sales rank is going to be helpful if we go and find our sales rank chart. So the sales rank chart will be on, we have it on our YouTube channel pretty often. This is probably the easiest way to find it, or this is even how I find it, honestly, because I can never find it. We have 15 of these things. We have so many of these things are set up. None of them worked. You can quiet my ass right there. And then we're going to run down. This one doesn't have it. Classic. It's going to be in this one. One of these will work. Cool. This one's going to be good. So what we're going to do is we're going to grab this, where is it? Sales rank guide. Our sales rank guide is going to be right here. Just going to pull it up right here. So this is one of the most important things to do with this basic sales ranks is anything in that 1% will always, almost will always have sales. So if we want to go electronics, books, cell phone, categories, all this stuff, it's really easy to start finding things. Let's do automotive right now. We don't really do any automotive. Our main problem is cash. So we're looking at things that we don't always do. So let's go with this. So we have this basic brand title, all this stuff filled out. We're going to go very, very broad right now. And we're going to run down to automotive because we know that sales rank, the max price is tossing in high. So it's up to 120,000 at 1%. The higher percentage you go, the slower sales, but we're looking in this online arbitrage gang, where we're actually just looking for things that move between 5 or more, sometimes even 1 time a month. So let's even do the easiest is going to be at 100,000 to 120,000, right? And we're going to run through this. This is going to bring up everything in automotive that has all of these criteria looking for. When we are doing this, there's 2 things we need to look at. One, this is going to search into the eBay settings. So we click on this, it's going to search on eBay. This is going to bring up the Amazon. This is going to load it to our My Top list. This is a note for you any VAs. We use a lot of VAs, so that we use this this note thing a lot. This is actually just going to bring us to first one. Bring us to the search page. So the search page is going to show us everything. It's going to show us the brand and model number that we searched. So if you look at this one that we just searched, it's in 61,000. It's going to pull up very random. It's going to pull up in the last 30 days if it hit that 100,000 mark. So there's going to be a little bit of wiggle room. Also, we can just scroll down here. Anything new or other, we don't like picking up too often. just because it's going to be a difference. But we already see here, here's a 20% ROI. This is what we're looking for. This is going to show you this price with shipping. The shipping cost, obviously, it's free. 45 sold. So this is really interesting. For this 45 sold, I love to see this all the time. It means they have a lot of stock. Big stock means you can get bigger buys. You're just not wasting much of your time doing these big buys. So let's say this is at 20% ROI. Let's see how much it actually costs. If you guys know eBay or Amazon, you're going to really find and see all of these things. You're going to see the fees. You're going to go through that. So I'm going to do here. We have this thing called Rev Seller, but there's a bunch of free extensions. Oh, damn it. Extension appear. Please log in. I like Rev Seller, actually. We just started using it, but there's a bunch of free versions out there, AMZ Scout and whatnot. This isn't going to pull anything in. Log into restrictions. So this restrictions up top is going to help you see what's restricted and what's not. There's no item number, so there actually has no fees on this yet. You can tell right here that I probably wouldn't touch this for a few reasons. We have the other version. I was trying to clear my cache. But yeah, so this is only one. Looks like it's been a stable price. We're not really looking for this. This is something that we would probably pass on just because there's no movement at all. So what we would do is jump back and then start rolling down the listing again and again. So this is one way we do it. Also, Supreme Suspensions or any of these things, we can also search the brand and title inside of it. That's kind of the basics of it. Let me actually jump back and see. Let me see if anything. Yeah, glad it wasn't just me having tech issues. Sorry about that, man. Still doing YouTube. No, the YouTube's not working right now. I was like trying to find old school rave, 100%. It's working with where can we get the sales range chart? It's going to be on our YouTube videos, but you can also check it here. I'll put it in the chat. Okay. Thank you. What did you return eBay listings with only new? How do you return eBay listings with only? David, can you explain that? How do you do return eBay listings with only new? As in like the search. Right now it searches both. We're going to be doing, we're going to split it up into used, new, and both relatively soon. But right now, again, you guys are on the beta of the betas. Yes, thank you. Issue with prices. Good question. It's just how eBay changes their HTML. So again, that's something that we're fixing, right? But if you guys can, if you guys need to, that's gonna be one of the things we're gonna fix. I'll kind of go through the things that we're fixing in the future. But again, it's a free extension, guys. We're trying to give this away just as much as we possibly can. So there's gonna be some hiccups until, but thank you for letting us know. If you have any bug issues that you guys see, email me at ty@lacroix.io. I'll put it in the chat. lacroix.io. Anything is helpful. No, it's actually, yes, it is server based. This one actually is server based. We can't use the API. We tried so we've been doing this for 8 months now. We tried to use the backend API, but eBay won't let you. So we're actually using the Google Chrome to actually scrape the HTML. So that's why it's only HTML based right now, and it's a server based. But we can't actually technically scrape. So it has to be humans that actually do the scraping, right? So we're actually going down and using the HTML code to find and scrape that one page. A really good scraper bot, it gets banned instantly. We tried to do that as well. The scraping bot got banned within, I think it was like 6 or 8 scrapes on Amazon, so we just didn't even try it just because it's kind of a headache. I know there is some scraping bots on eBay, but they will ban you unless you have a VPN and you're trying to bounce that around so often. So it's kind of a headache either way. That's why it's more manual based than anything right now. Let's go through one of my favorite things right now has been going through and finding our competitors. What I'm doing is going through our competitors and finding their items, right? There's a bunch of things, but we use Jungle Scout for it. It's the best because you can see the actually sales and we can start doing that. Let's go to Amazon.com. Let's just type in, I'm trying to think of a product that I can think of right now. Let's be broad. Let's just do Sony Walkman. This one's the most easiest one because it's so broad and so stupid easy to make money on sometimes. All right. So what we're doing, this is probably my favorite thing so far to do, and it really is well. in terms of getting a massive base. Obviously, you can check the keepa down here. But what I'm doing is I'm going into either here or here using check the new, filtering it by the new price. And then I'm looking at people. This guy's probably gonna be a little bit too big. This is a wholesaler. I can just tell by how many he's doing. We're looking for people that are kind of like us, right? Doing some online arbitrage, really not massive. This 1300 ratings is gonna be pretty good. Maybe this 4000, but I'm pretty sure these two guys are going to be wholesalers. But this guy's small enough that we can really use his store to really start scraping. So you guys can see Sony, a lot of Sony stuff, a lot of tech stuff, right? I like this store actually. I know I can't sell a lot of it, but we'll go through and kind of see what he's selling. 59 pages, guys, a lot of stuff. Wow. Okay. So what we're doing right now is we're going through and using Jungle Scout. This is honestly hands down my favorite thing by far to do. It really scales well, and then we're actually adding an extension part into the LaCroix extension to help you guys blow speed more. So what we're doing, we're pulling down, obviously you guys know how to do this, and we're just gonna hit load more results. We're gonna keep loading results until it does not load any more results. We're gonna cut it short. We'll just do a couple loads right now. On average, our monthly sales are probably gonna be around 30 per unit. So these are really high. The arbitrage game, if like we talked about before, is about finding things that don't move very quickly, because we're looking at things that, if you look at eBay is great for a few things. It's great for low barrier entry. So a lot of people are going garage selling. I know that's how I started. I went garage selling and flipping that way. Thrifting is a big one. So we're really buying off a lot of thrifters or liquidators. All those people are really our main target market, quote unquote, to buy from. So all I'm doing right here is going down. We're getting to what I'm looking for. I'm looking for like this, right? Like this 31 a month. And then I'm going to go up here, menu, download CSV file. It's going to download that CSV file right here. And then I'm going to go to google.com. Let's go to a sheets. I'm going to add this, and I'll put this in for everybody. I'll link the right there. Let's go back. I'll link this for everybody so everybody can have it if they want. Okay. Oops. View, where is it? Insert. Trying to find this upload again. Edit. File. Import. There we go. Took me a second to find that. Wow. Okay. So I'm going to grab this CSV file, import data. Let's see if it's going to work. That should be fine. Oh, you're not working here now, are you? Sometimes this does not work. Sometimes it does work. Let's see. Replace current spreadsheet. Let's see if this works. There we go. So it's going to bring in down all of these ASINs and whatnot. What we could do right now in the LaCroix extension is probably the best way. I'm going to go down to some of these a little less ones. So let's just do this. I don't think I can sell Denon. Well, let's give it a check. I'll go to this Denon. I'm going to copy this ASIN number. And then I'm going to add it to my top. We're going to do a bulk CSV upload in the near future. Okay, so let's check both. Let's click on this and let's go into here. Let's see if that rev seller. Oh, I got to log into Seller Central page, don't I? Okay. Let's see if I can do this so fast. Oh, it's going to want 1 second. Let me stop sharing my screen real fast. I'm sharing. Remove my login information. 5, 6, 8, 4, 3, 0. Okay. Well, let me redo that now. Share screen. Open in browser, share screen. Okay, cool. Now I uploaded that. So let's see if we can sell this. Oh, we don't sell it in use condition. You may need approval. You'll need to contact the brand authorizer. They're actually starting to do a lot more like this. What I've seen is like they won't even have like you can put it invoice. It's really becoming a headache, but it's the way Amazon's moving out. That's why used is starting to become really good, especially for resellers in general. Let's go to things here. Okay. Let's just try to use it. This might actually work. Let's go to my top list and let's run these used. The used price is actually doing pretty well. I'll kind of see. All right, so again, right now, guys, used is killer. This would have been a great buy right here too. Used is killer in terms of like the ROI. Let's check actually out the used and see how fast it sells. So we know I can sell this one used, and it's selling for here for 270 bucks. So let's go to this Amazon thing. Oh, and let's check this Keepa. I'm gonna have to go into my Keepa account because I know it's not. Yeah, I had the better version. Let's jump into Keepa. I had to clear I had to clear everything. So let's see if this works. Okay. Boom. Freshest page. So this might actually be a good product that we can sell if they want to. Okay. So what I'm looking at here is this Keepa graph. So we know we can't sell used, so we can even get rid of this used or the new versions. We don't need to deal with Amazon because they're only new. You can see there's a lot of spikes and there's a lot of dips here. So this is actually a relatively good product. Holy shit. First one to find and used. So I would probably say this 250 mark is probably more of what we're looking at in terms of price. Obviously this 270 is fine, but I would base it off the lower number just to be safe. So right here you can see this is what I really tell to see if you use sells really well. So you can see this is selling really well. It was like selling out, and then there's more users that came in, but it's still selling. Every time this drops, it's a sale. So what I'm doing here is like there's what two sold right here at 250. So this is actually moving really fast, especially in this time. So let's just do this let's do 250 offer. All right, so you can see restricted, that's the new price. We're in the LaCroix extension, we're gonna do new and juice. So we're looking at about so 220, 223. So we're doing 223. This is already margin right here, and it is make an offer, best offer. I'm gonna do two things. One right here is also a sniper. I would definitely snipe this stuff. I use Easy Sniper, but there's a bunch out there. I know Jack, you use a free version. I'm pretty sure I looked at your thing. The free version works great as well. Any version works, but like this thing here, you probably get it at. It's gonna be below this. You probably get this at maybe $100, maybe 110. So let's guess at 110. So at 110, we're going to make about 120 bucks. $120. Okay, not bad. I'm just gonna give this guy an offer real fast. I think this guy's missing. Also, so like let's say this is a good product. What I'm doing is checking the photos. The photos are the most important thing. This one comes with a cord, right? So this one's actually better than the other one because it comes with a cord, comes with extra stuff. So this one's gonna be the better one to do. Helios link. Okay, this is the right thing. Yeah, honestly, this is a great product in general. See these new prices would have been nice too if we could sell not used. But what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna grab this link here and I'm gonna put it into my sniper. I'm gonna grab this here. Barely used works great. Also, I check out these people's ranks too, which is very important. But let's say I'm gonna put this into my sniper. Let's see. I use Easy Sniper. All I'm doing is put it into, and I'm doing like 50% ROI. Let's check actually that the price. Let's say we get it for 100 and let's say 25 bucks, right? 125 bucks. It's selling for this used 125. Okay, it's a 79% ROI. I think that's 125 is gonna be relatively easy to get. That's probably what I'll be shooting for. Might be my max bid, maybe even 150. Like 150, you're still making a chunk of change. 150, you're still making about 50% ROI. So my max bid would be 150 when I do this. And then I'll do 125. We'll probably get in the 125 range. But right there is just a pure example of really how well this works, and it moves fast, guys. You're looking at like what? So November here, about one every 3 days. Also, right here, about 10% of this total sales is going to move monthly. But it's actually showing to be a bit different in terms of the used. Used is actually selling a lot better than new. Um, Actually, new's moving pretty fast, but used is probably selling one, two, probably like 6 or 7 a month, which is pretty good. Let me jump back to the chat. Pro tip: if you want to snipe, put a mid bid in and buy it now. Will not be available. Ah, yeah, Jack, good call, man. Good call. Actually, that pissed me off too. One of those things happened today, and they canceled it, and I lost a couple $100 flips. Why does the ROI disappear when you're? All right, so there's two reasons. One, we're not using a backend script, David. We can use a backend script for that, but it's gonna be running at all times, right? So we can do that for sure. We're thinking about doing it. We'll probably put one in the next update, so there always will be a ROI running, even when you jump on and off screen. It's gonna be the best way to do it. Jason, very cool. Is this recorded session in the YouTube channel at all? No, Ty, it's not going to be. We couldn't figure like it wasn't working. I actually might be able to. Let's see if we can stream this. It might be interesting. Let's go live. Uh, let's see if this might actually work. Okay, let's screen name key. Let's see if this works. If it does, that might be interesting. Please late. If it doesn't, that's not too big of a deal. We can always do another one. Well done. Cool. All right, let's see if that works. If you won't be able to upload it into YouTube, can we get an email to us? Charles, for sure, man. We'll send out a mass email for everybody on this. Definitely, don't record it. No one can know. Dude, that's the thing. Like, this is such a big market. So I'm not sure if y'all saw that little presentation. We'll probably show it again. But there's literally $36 billion eBay does a year, right? 141 billion Amazon does. OfferUp, Mercari, and Let Go, all based on Crunchbase and what they've raised in terms of cap. They're worth about $2 to $3 billion each. And that's not what they sell either, because they're pre-revenue, except for Mercari. Mercari charge you money. Dude, yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. But all those, like, there's so much out there, guys. Like that, as long like that's why we're not trying to be like stingy in what we're trying to show everybody and what we're releasing. Just because there's so much out there in terms of $36 billion gets sold on eBay. It's a lot. It's a lot. Like we've been teaching people. I don't think Nick's on this call. Nick did about 10 grand this month. His first month, full time, not even full time. His first full month selling on Amazon. My car's going right now. Zach, a lot of sellers don't even understand numbers. Oh my god, that's funny. Okay. Yeah, no, definitely. We're actually going to release on the LaCroix, so it might actually not help. On LaCroix, we're going to release a link to do OfferUp in Mercari in the near future. I really tried to understand and master just sourcing when starting from scratch, finding products. Yeah, definitely. Okay, Charles, let's do that. Let's do that right now. The best way is going through competitors like we just did and seeing if you can sell these things on Amazon, right? And what you can sell is the most important thing. Okay, we'll do it again for you. Just so the main thing is, can you sell it on Amazon? And can you sell it new or used, right? So that's the main point of all this. It can really get scaled out from there. So what we did is we're going through our competitors' research. What we did is we found this denim by going through, I think we just typed in, I forgot what we did to type in something. Let's go back. Okay, let's just start from the very, very scratch right here. Oh yeah, this is what we did. So we just typed in a random product. I did Sony Walkman, right? Went to this Sony Walkman guy. And what we're gonna do the very, very first thing to start, if you have no idea how to get started, is go to Sony Walkman, go to new and used, filtered it by new. It's going to bring up a bunch of these people's. If you look at ratings right here, so you can tell who is a wholesaler, or you can tell who's a wholesaler just by their rating. Almost all these guys are probably wholesalers just by the terms of the size they are. Like this guy's definitely a wholesaler, definitely a wholesaler. Maybe not, probably though, honestly. But what I did is go to audio, this guy here, go into his storefront online. Download this. I use Jungle Scout. There's Jungle Scout, the Chrome extension is what I use. And then we just go to load more results, and we just keep clicking that down. Load more results, load more results. All this, it's going to keep going down all the way, all the way, all the way. Let's see, load more results. Load more results. Load more results. Here we go. Okay, so right here, and I just stopped right here, make it easy. Then I go to menu, download CSV. It's going to bring in a CSV file. The CSV file is going to be down here. I just went into my products. I went to, I think it was, oh, I hate doing this. I do this all the time. I always forget. I think import, upload. I'm going to drag that doc up here, and then I'm just going to let it ride. I'm going to hit blah, 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 and it's going to download this, right? So this is the CSV file that we pulled. All I did was just guess at a product. I went to the 30s just because I thought it might work. I went to the 30s, and I think I did this one. No, I think I did this one. I don't know idea what I did anymore. Maybe this one. I think I did this one actually. Yeah, here it is. I did this one right here. I copied this ASIN. I jumped back into the LaCroix extension. I went to the My Top list. I added this ASIN into the LaCroix extension. It might kick it. Yeah, it'll only do it once. This is the product right here. And I clicked on this product. And then right here, you can see the ROI. So this is a perfect product to do it on. It was really, really easy. Brand new listing. You're making 50% ROI after fees with this bad boy. No, I think it was like right here at 150. At 150, you're making 50% ROI. That's after fees. So what I would do here is just offer them $100. Honestly, it'd probably work. But I'm actually just checking and seeing this, like this model compared to that model. This model actually has a power cord because we want to make this thing complete. People on Amazon are very, very picky. I would see, okay, I see a power cord here. This one doesn't have a power cord, so I would offer on this one. I would snipe this one. I put in a sniper for $150, and I would probably get it. And then that, I'll show you the margins on that. So if we get it for $150, let's go to the margin. I use Rev Seller, but there's a bunch of other things that will work. Actually, let's see, restricted. I think this is there here. Also, we want to see if we can sell this, right? So we take that ASIN, we put the ASIN into the categories, add a product, or if you have like Rev Seller, it'll tell you somewhat, and we can sell this in use conditions. That's how we kind of know that we can sell it on use condition. So let's say it sells for, let's go back down here. I'd say it sells about 250, even though right now it's selling for 270. Just because this is the lowest it's been in a while. So I would just base off the lowest price. If you hit it right here, awesome. If you don't, whoop-de-doo. And I'm checking right here. Is it selling? Every time this thing goes down is a sale, right? So if you see my clicker, every time this goes down, it's a sale. So sale, sale, more people, and then there was 2 sales this day. So November 30th, there was 2 sales, 1 sale here, and that's why you can see this correlates almost perfectly. So you can see a sale right here, and then this price jumps back up. So if you think about it like this, so somebody's selling this at this price. So there's always been somebody selling this at this price here, but somebody else came into the price range of 250, and then once they sold out right here, it jumps back up to 270. and you can see somebody just sold out today. So if you guys want to buy that product, it's going to be in. I'm going to share this list with everybody, so everybody can get it. Have fun with it. Copy link, and then we'll be. Can't see your screen. Shit. Sorry, I was trying to follow along in another window. How did you dump that? I can't see your screen. Can you guys see the screen? This is also the list we're doing right now. I can see your screen, Jack. Awesome. All right, perfect then. Yeah, you can see my screen. All right, perfect. All right, cool. I can see. All right, cool. So this is the list that we just pulled. That's the exact list we got from Jungle Scout. How is used sales market when Amazon is on the listing selling FBA as well, being that both will be selling Prime? So Amazon only sells new items, except obviously there's that except thing. They have Amazon deals, which happens sometimes. That's what Jungle Scout. That's what I'm missing. Jungle Scout's very, very useful. There's a bunch of them. There's like, oh no, there's 100 of them. It's all we're doing is grabbing the ASIN. I like Jungle Scout because it tells you the quote unquote monthly sales. Monthly sales are wrong. Do not trust Jungle Scout at all. We are actually building something to help you get out with monthly sales. But Jungle Scout is wrong a lot of the time. They're almost never off. They're actually not basing it on anything, which is ridiculous. Like we've been doing some research on this, and it's not even, it's close, but it's not correct. They're not basing it off any data except for data points and using like computer distribution to find relative prices or relative monthly sales based on sales rank. So it's a bit off. But yeah, how is it? Yeah, so Amazon really doesn't sell used products. If they do, it's called Amazon Deals, which doesn't happen very often, or Amazon Warehouse. I think it's Warehouse. It's like damaged items, whatever it may be. So they don't sell used items very often. That's why used is coming back. And Amazon's actually jumped into something really interesting right here is that, let's say, so they just added this right here. And they added also a well, what is it? A buy box for used items. I know a lot of Nintendo stuff. Jack sells a lot of video games. So you probably see it more than anybody, Jack. But there's starting to become a lot of used buy boxes as well. So let's go to like my favorite game or something like that. Old school Zelda. What's like an old one? N64. Okay. So Zelda N64, a lot of people can't sell it, but we're gonna check out here. So yeah, see, there's different buying options. So they're actually getting into more and more like eBay just because they're trying to collect that market share. It's like look at there's really no buy box anymore. It's just view all buying options, which is ridiculous. But it's gonna be really helpful for people that are selling used in general. You can see this is just a massive drop. This keyword graph is interesting in general. But yeah, there's gonna be a lot more used gonna be bought. This is my prediction. There's a lot more used gonna be bought in all the categories, especially when they're starting to tailor more towards best price and best product rather than just new products. Because a lot of things are being a lot of buy boxes are suppressed, which means it isn't showing because it isn't cheap enough, good enough. Yep, 100% Jack. Yep. Perfect. On top of that, yeah, a lot of buy boxes are suppressed. I know, like, so we bought some things that are discontinued in the new section, and they're suppressed buy boxes, and actually the used sell better than the new. But the used have such a the new on discontinued products is always going to be best, or dead stock. They're getting massive ROI rather than the used on new products is going to be better just because it's just supply and demand. So think about it like this. So the price on used products that are new is going to be higher because there's less demand in the marketplace because the product just got into the marketplace and not many people are selling. They're using it, right? But on the other side, the demand on new products on older items or on like old products, like a brand new Zelda game, right, is going to be massively different. Also, when used buy box massively favors our interesting, Jack. I actually didn't know that. That's really interesting. Yeah, if you see Jack's comments below, that's really interesting. It'll be offered always tag. Can you clarify what dead stock and why they are good to resell? Good question, Doug. So dead stock items are old items, as in products that aren't being manufactured anymore, and they are still brand new. It's called dead stock. Dead stock products are they're not being manufactured anymore. So when people open them up, every time somebody opens up a dead stock product, the supply gets even smaller, which means the demand goes even higher. Does that clarify it? Yep, Ty, you hit on top. You hit on top of the head. Charles, awesome. I was trying to understand if you can find a product, how to calculate how many orders and understand how many used or whatnot will sell that month. Okay. I use Keepa. Keepa is going to be your number one best friend, especially with used items. Jungle Scout number two. Jungle Scout is not very, very accurate. That's why it's going to be a bit different. We just bought like 40 products and they don't sell because Jungle Scout said they sold 60, went off Jungle Scout instead of looking at the Keepa graph. Bad call on our part. We just returned them. Took the shipping loss. Not too big of a deal. But I'll go through right now again on the Kiba, especially used. Again, I'm guessing. I'm not guessing. I'm 100% believing that used products are going to be the biggest. They are the biggest arbitrage right now on eBay to Amazon. Call it, yeah. They're the biggest arbitrage right now by far across the board. One, because not many people are looking into them, and two, because there's a lot of supply out there. If we've been doing some research and on eBay, so the eBay new price is about 30% of the actual new price on used, right? So because there's so many people on eBay that are selling used products, the supply goes up, demand goes down, price starts to decrease. Also on top of that, eBay, there's not enough views compared to and not enough buying power. If you look at that graph we showed, 36 billion compared to 141 billion in terms of purchasing power. So there's a lot more. There's a bigger difference in terms of buying power. On Amazon, it's about 70% less than the new price. No, 30% less than the new price, 70% actual cost compared to eBay, which is 70% less than the new price, 30% cost. So there's that big margin and big spread. I mean, research economics 100%. But again, it's just interesting. Only thing with new, you got to check and see if they work. That's the biggest thing. Another couple. Is there any other questions I can tackle right now? While you guys put those questions, I'm going to run through the Keepa graph and kind of the two things that I see. So this here that we did, the one that works well. This Keepa graph, this is the premium Keepa graph. It's like $10 a month. I know it's well worth it. There's a bunch of things we can do here. But every time you can see almost exactly these things correlate. So up here, this is the used. I'll get rid of everything here. We're just going to do we're just going to do 3 months in terms of here. So you can see, so somebody's the only offer right here, because there's one offer count. There's one offer count, and the price is at $350. So I mean, there's only one person selling this for $350, which is the price of new. And you can see when it drops down. So see how this offer count goes to 2. Somebody starts selling it at 270, right? So 270, 270, 270. People are starting to jump in here, and then this product probably got more expensive. So you can see one sold right here, one sold right here. We don't really know how many sold in this time period, except for we know 100% one sold here and one sold here, just because there could be something that has 2 stock, 3 stock, 4 stock, whatever. So somebody sold on here. Another person came into the market. That person drops off. I think really 250 is probably the best spot to sell these at, because you can just tell there's a lot more movement in this graph. So right here, there's one sold right here, then somebody else comes in the market, one sold right here, somebody else in the market, a couple more people come in the market, then 2 sell right there. See that like the little drop, 2 come right there. Also, 1 sells right there. See that big jump in terms of price. So that means one person sold out, and now the price continues to go up. It's stagnant. Only a couple people came in, and then it drops off again. We don't know if there's anything sold in these things right here, any extra, because somebody might have more than one quantity. How we check that is we go into here. So we're gonna check new use right now. We'll go through new in a second. We're gonna go to use, and we're gonna filter that. Everything is like new, use good, Amazon warehouse. So this is Amazon. So Amazon's selling this. So even though Amazon warehouse, these are a bunch of Amazon warehouses. Cool. So right here, this person, what I'm gonna do is see how many they have. Oops, actually, keep it shows you. Let's jump back there real fast. Keep it shows you how many they have. So keep it shows you how many they have right here. Keep it shows you how many they have. Only 1 left in stock and 4 left in stock. So that's probably why the price didn't decrease very much, is because no one on that area. So no one's really run out of product in a while, just because this guy has 4 of them. Like, how many sell in a month? Not that many at all, which is pretty interesting in general. Okay, cool. Let's run. Let's go back. I never realized Amazon sold used. Yep, Jerry, they do sell used. Actually, decent amount. Pro guide. All right, so let's go through base questions. Thanks, Jack. Yeah, we need to keep this fam. Will there be a replay? Yeah, Jerry, there will be a replay. We'll send it to you guys. How can you touch on any authenticity claims? Yep, Zach. So really, there hasn't been anything. We've had one problem with a company. So we actually use invoices. So we buy products and then source them off Amazon. That's the only time we had anything that was we had a claim against us, and it wasn't anything that was I can't make pronounce right now. None of those claims. It was a listing claim, which is ridiculous. We got that taken back off, and it was off account. What we do with those is really the main IP claims you're going to get are with a single seller. Normally, private label peopling are going to try to get you off their listing, and they're going to get you. That's the only time you're really going to get an IP claim. So what to do with that is normally 3 sellers or more is what we go for, right? So if you look at this product right here, there's going to be more than 3 sellers. So this product, you have a very, very small chance of getting an IP claim, especially if it's used. There's the chance of you getting a used IP claim is very, very small, except for on video games, just because it's blocked, or it was blocked. That's the only time that you might get an IP claim. But Jack probably knows that better than I do, because he sells those. But used, you're almost never going to get it. Again, we look at new. We look at new and used. People are selling this. 18 people sell us. The chances you get an IP claim are very, 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 very slim. Because think about it like this: how are they going to know if it's real or not? Like, there is 18 people selling this. Probably half of them are their own suppliers, especially in new. Almost all of them are their own suppliers. Like, these all guys are their own suppliers. How are they going to know that's even new? So they're not even trying to deal with you at that point. There's some companies that are going to send you like cease and desist orders, but regarding that, they're just full of fluff, and it's just a bunch of garbage. BSR. Okay, let's go through everybody's comments. So going off what you showed as far as the CSV file from Drone Scout, what would you say will make them most compatible to scrape those CSV quickly discover more proximity? Honestly, so what we're going to put into the LaCroix extension is going to be a CSV upload. So you'll upload those to the LaCroix extension and then just run through your my top list. Run through my top list, and it's going to have let's say that CSV. I'm just going to grab all those ASINs, add those ASINs to my top list, and I'm just going to run through those all day long. Regarding how bad Jones Scout estimator can be, yeah, it's about 2 a year. 100%, Jack. You hit that on top of the head. If selling used or dead stock, a lot of not common. Yeah, 100%, Dave. You're on point with that. Used and dead stock, because no one's checking that. Like, people are like, why are you selling this product that sells for 5 months? The main thing is going to be if you have a product that you got cheap that is selling 20,000 a month. That's the only thing that there's going to be a problem with. Here's the love. Okay, would you sell them direct or test them after receiving? If you're doing use, always test, right? Doesn't matter how you do it, you always want to test used products, because you don't know if they're working. If they're not working and somebody gets it and returns it, people are going to be pissed, and you're probably going to get a bad review. No IP claims for video games for used. Doesn't like you selling new. Stay away from your Charles. When selling used, you have to test. Also is a paid thing, but I do the IP alert to avoid. Yeah, I definitely Jack gave that told me about the IP alert thing as well. Definitely useful. Gives you a little check mark. I don't have it on this account or this computer, but gives you a little check mark and see if you get IP claims. Very, very helpful. Jack, good call on that. I don't remember how to. I think it's like Google IP claim, IP alert. Do you have any percent of new products that you're yeah, we're about 90% new, 10% used. The only time we have right now because our time spread then between buying things to support our company and to support everybody and building out software. So our time is spent very, very, very thin. So testing the things is going to be the problem. We have one guy in the back, Luca. Shout out, Lou. He's not here right now, but Luca is doing. He's the only one packing and shipping. So we have 2,000. I think we sent. So today we sent out about 500 units. We'll probably send out another 200. Probably doing sending about 3,000 units out a month. Testing them is going to be a pain because there's only one person testing them, and we have a bunch of people buying. That's the real reason why we're sticking with new right now. But those 10% that we sell used are like we just buy them, and the margins are stupid. We're in used we're averaging by about 200% ROI, so it's really well worth it. But they only sell 3 to 4 a month, right? For the few used things we're doing, we're just taking all of eBay stock and then flipping them because it's 200, 300% ROI. The ROI is massive on some used things, but even 75, 80% ROI is still pretty good. Yeah, 100%. Anything discontinued, that's the thing that they're not looking for. It's the new stuff, guys. They don't want you. They don't want you. If it's let's say like Jack said, Linksys, right? So Linksys, they don't want you selling new products because they think, oh, it's fake. Because that if they're selling tens of thousands a month on Amazon, they're going to be pissed if you take a lot of their market share. Is getting a is there a getting on these for newer Amazon sellers? I don't know who you're talking to, Jerry, but there's a lot of gating, especially for newer Amazon sellers, me getting on a lot of things. Few things to do to get around those things is to increase your feedback and how many units you sell. We've been starting to get ungated by a lot of things just because of how many things we sell and our feedback. We have like 95% feedback. There's always those two things you can't stop. Like we got one before because like we sent out the wrong gen. It was Gen 2 instead of a Gen 3, and we got dinged for that. But other than that, you just gotta keep building your account up. You can also get invoices from people. We do that for a lot of toys. Is we get a lot of invoices for toys, and that's the way we got ungated from a lot of the toy brands. When trying to sell select new products, you search on Amazon for expensive categories. For example, I was looking at radar detectors, but found eBay to be the amount same price. Okay, this is what we found. So the higher you go up in price, the more people are going to search around, right? So what this really works for is in your bread and butter. Our average ASP is about 115 bucks. So that's what our average buy price is, right, per unit. Obviously, there's some stuff below, and there's the stuff up top. Honestly, our highest priced item is 1,500 bucks. That's our highest priced item we've ever found. But we've only been doing this for 8 months, so who really knows? Starting from cash is a bad idea. No, we started with credit cards, just because I like the 1%, 1.5% back. We had about $2,000 worth of credit card points last month, which is fantastic. Does anyone else have an oddball issues with eBay search functions? Dude, yeah, Ty, 100%, dude. eBay is a giant that can't iterate and adapt. And we've been not even the search functions we're having a problem with. Like we're having problems buying things, man. Like I'm trying to spend money and it won't let me spend money because like it kicks us back to their old version, and then we can't purchase on the old version, and we can't use credit cards. We buy so much that we can't like our credit card, like our like when the eBay when you buy on eBay, we can't use that credit card. We have to use our PayPal to then pay on eBay to then be able to buy things. So like the credit card, like it's just a hassle. That's the thing we're working around. Again, the arbitrage is really no one's buying on eBay, so there's gonna be a lot of problems with eBay. You have to work around those problems to really be able to make a lot of money on the eBay to Amazon thing, right? So everything that eBay does bad, you as the middleman need to change. That's the arbitrage. We're giving the consumer 1 to 2 day shipping using FBA, and we're making sure the products are good, right? That's all we're doing here. Other than that, we're just buying a hell of a lot of products. Our main problem is just cash. We spent, I think, last month about 130,000. This month, probably going to break 160 in terms of spend. We're getting paid about 80,000, and we're using 80,000 every other week, so bi-monthly, and we're trying to use that all up as fast as we can, because this is the market. Y'all 13 people on here and people watching on eBay, y'all are the first ones on this, so it's like a gold mine. Get it before everybody else does. Start buying as much as you possibly can before everybody else does, across all platforms, because we call LaCroix the great equalizer. It's going to happen. The better the software becomes, the more everybody like you guys are going to be buying all those products and bringing them to Amazon. It's going to drop Amazon's prices. It's going to raise everybody else's prices. So get in it before everybody else does. We got to stop for everybody else. No, definitely, right. But again, that's what we're trying to do right now. I just try to give everybody as much knowledge as possible. If you like you guys, let everybody know. If you don't want to share, no big deal. It's gonna happen either way. So let's jump in front of it and let's be the first ones on it and make a hell of a lot of money between it. Okay, is there any questions that we can talk about right now? Is there? I'll go through a few other ways we use LaCroix extension. Can we email you? Yeah, for sure. It's ty@lacroix.io. I try to reply in a day. If not a day, I get so many emails, man. We have hundreds of questions. Actually, I'm gonna go through a lot of the questions we had too. We had a bunch of questions. Cool. Yeah. So here's everybody's questions. Let's just go through these. How do you set up your Amazon settings for handling returns? We get everything delivered back to us instantly. If anything gets removed, we get it automatically sent. It's like 25 cents, not much. Our return rate's about 11%. This is across the board. What items should I be reselling and how to find them? I went through that. I'll go through a few more methods with this. How to make things quicker. Honestly, you just gotta do it as much as you can. What categories and niche experience with the least amount of returns? Anything but electronics. Electronics blows for returns. We get a lot of electronic returns. Which has worked better for more profit? Always use FBA. I don't do anything FBM. Not exact question, but hard. Is getting good items, inventories. I know there's a lot of bull. I don't do any bull lists. I think they're kind of garbage. Either people are trying to sell you shit, or they're just wasting your time because then the price gets dropped again. So I'll talk about this as a question. So let's actually go to we have. Let me jump to that presentation that Micah did. I actually think it's right here. Webinar slides, cool. All right, so if you look at so each of these markets, so it's not a stagnation. So if you look at the past there's a bunch of like other arbitraging sites out there, right? So what they're doing is actually going to like Walmart.com. So like Walmart.com. That's not be the best one because they're trying to become more of a marketplace now too. But like Walmart.com, all these items on Walmart.com are going to be going to be controlled by Walmart. So if they're gonna price drop this KitchenAid, everywhere is gonna price drop this KitchenAid. So like I don't get why people are buying, except for Q4. Q4 is good because people make some good money on there. Like Jack's a pure example that the dude kills it during Q4 for sure with the online arbitrage. But it's hard, right? It's a lot harder because everybody's dropping these prices, and you have the more strategy by far. And they're all going to drop, right? So this price is going to drop everywhere, and it's only going to be this product. So they're controlling the whole flow of it. Walmart's controlling the whole flow of it. But if you look at these, right? So all of these platforms right here are based around sellers like you and us, like you and me, guys. Like a Let Go, people are using Let Go to get rid of things, right? OfferUp, Macari, eBay. People are using these platforms to get rid of their own personal goods. Some companies are using them, liquidation companies are using them, but the supply is going up and down, up and down, up and down, depending on each product. One day there's gonna be a product on eBay, one day it's gonna be sold out, right? So it's more of a like a living, breathing entity rather than Walmart. Walmart's really more of a stationary entity than anything else, right? Same with OfferUp, Let Go, Macari. You can just tell like who is doing what in this space, but they're more living and breathing. That's why we're trying to think about this green. This green stuff here is that margin. We can grab more margin off the top of all these marketplaces just because of there's so much difference and there's so much what's a good term for it, opportunity in these things, because it's not just one company discounting prices. It's millions and millions of people selling on these platforms, discounting prices. They might take prices here, they might do different things, right? So that's the reason why like marketplace to marketplace is really just it's the living breathing machine that it has so much opportunity just in general. It's become super efficient. Tools like that, that's a lot of drops there. Yep, 100%, right? Jack it on top in the comments, right? It's like the more people that jump into it, the more it's going to be saturated, especially if there's only a certain amount of people that are going to be releasing those products over and over and over. A lot from find the holes in the market. Yep, 100 place. It's Jackie on top of the head. Retailer to retailer, right? You as a seller, you're a retailer, and you're buying it off a retailer. But I'm trying to find those mom and pops that don't know what that they're selling. Like I found a random product. It's a dead stock product a couple days ago for like $20, and it's over 400. Right? It's because no one knew what they were. Obviously, yeah, I did more of a brand search than anything, but those are the things you don't find on these marketplaces. There's so much opportunity, guys. Like if you see a couple of our videos behind, like it's hard to ramp up in terms of sales, because the margin's not there, but we're margin our average ROI is 80% before returns, right? So there's a lot of opportunity. I love these creative sourcing methods because it's much harder to find. 100%. Again, it's a living, breathing entity. That's why tactical arbitrage, it's gonna be hard for them to compete, right? Because once everybody starts going to opposites, and it's really more of a living breathe. What they're doing right now is they're using MWS, so Amazon's backend API service, and they're bringing in those products that you search, right? And they're comparing those and they're scraping like Walmart and Target and all these other very very baseline things, right? So the problem we're having with that is if one person's doing it, let's say Jackson, right? You can scrape as doing those two things. You can scrape as much as you possibly can off that, right? So everybody will be able to find this stuff, while on marketplace to marketplace, because there's different factors in that. It's going to be a lot more holes and a lot more arbitrage opportunities, because really no one knows what they're doing on this section yet, and you can't do it at scale in terms of we can't grab millions and millions of products off of eBay using their API because they won't let us, right? Again, so what we really do is the Chrome extension, we're actually using the HTML. It's more manual labor, but then you're trading time. You're trading time for profit, right? So the more time you put into this, the more profit you're going to get, and the better products you're going to find. The bigger your my top list becomes, the more money you're going to make. Like we have about 10,000 products that we search, that we've found, at least in terms of that, and then now we're searching about 6,000 of those. We're going to continue like building it out. We just filter them. But those 6,000 are what really made us the about 250 this month. Those 6,000 products are really what got us that 250, and we're only really buying in 3 categories, and we only have like we're not even close to what you can do. We're thinking we probably can do like 7 to 800 without like really having to build out a massive team. But the problem is becoming cash, right? It's a good problem to have, as in like we have more products, or we spend our money when we get it in. But yeah, that's kind of the kicker of that. The circumstances of use has changed. The car breaks down. They start cutting. Yeah, 100%, Jerry. You hit on top of the head. again, it's an actual person behind these eBay stores. Like we sold to eBay. Like I would take prices. Like if I saw something sitting for like 3 months, it was new. Like I look back, I'm like, oh, those motherfuckers. Those people like were just grabbing prices off me because it was just sitting for a month because for some reason maybe it was a wintertime product when I sold it in the summer and then it just sat and then the listing didn't get as much traffic, so then it jumped down into eBay, so then no one saw it, and then one person offered me $50 and I was priced for 120, and I took it because I got it's been sitting for a month, right? You can never that will never happen. I can't go to Walmart and look at like this wallet. Let's say this wallet was on in Walmart.com. I can't offer them $50 for a wallet when it's $100 wallet. That will never happen unless they slash their prices, but then everybody's gonna get the same price. Any methods of sourcing outside junk stuff? Yeah, I'll jump into that right now. They will let you for enough cash up front. Services. Yeah, definitely. You as long as you offer them money, they'll take it for sure. I'll go through a few other methods that we've been using. So there's really other methods we've been really using in terms of actually three. Let's go with three. So there's keyword searches, there's brand searches, and then there's category searches, right? I'll go through the category searches right now using the list, what's it called? Quit meetings. Be open. That's weird. I'm gonna go through it. I'm gonna go through those three right now. I had a weird thing on my screen. Let's actually exit out of this application. Yeah, I don't want to mess with GitHub right now. It's been a headache. So let's go through this real fast. All right, so let's go to eBay.com. Okay, so a couple of things. Let me see if I can minimize this. Cool. So let's go through so I'll go from very, very broad to very, very narrow. Very, very broad is the best way to start out with. And then I'll go to very, very narrow, just because it's going to be easier to find stuff. Once you guys get on a trail of good products, stick on that trail until you eat up the rest of the trail, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to let's go to here, the sales rank chart. You guys can pick let's actually ask you guys, what category do you guys want me to do? Link in the comments, and I'll do a category you guys want me to do, and we'll go from there. Tools. Okay, we'll go to tools. So that will be home improvement. I think it would be. All right, so let's go to the list right here. So we're gonna go to, let's see, where would tools be? Automotive. Tools are in patio, loam, and they're in patio, lawn, and garden. So what we're gonna do with patio, lawn, and actually no, they're tools and home improvement. I can't believe I just didn't see that. All right, so really about 4%. So 4% will work really well, but let's just do this 1% because it's very, very easy to see. So let's do 130. So tools, home improvement, 1% is 130. Just about the pre distribution, there's going to be that home improvement, that 1% will be the majority. 1% is about 90% of all the Amazon sales, and then you start trickling down from there. So let's jump into, we know 130 for home improvement. There we go, tools improvement. So we're going to keep these brand title models blank for now. This max price, remember we went into that, to keep the max price always the same, go into your options and switch it to the max price as 9,999. The sales rank, we're going to do between 1 and 300,000. The lower we are, the harder it's going to be to find. So these are what's going to be easy to sell. Let's actually jump into let's go 80,000 and let's run through this list. Just because it's gonna be easier to find stuff in the 80,000 to 130. Obviously, we do find things that we can sell in higher ranks, but they're just harder to find. Also, actually, the minimum price. We fixed the minimum price. Let's see. My guy, Javier and his team, our guys that we use, they said they fixed the minimum price. Let's actually put the minimum price in. Let's go. We do about $35 a minimum. Let's hope this works. If it doesn't, we got to fix it again. Okay. Nope, doesn't work. Okay, we'll try this. All right, Surefire. So we clicked on this. You can see this rank. So we went to 80,000 to 130. So these are all in those rankings. It's gonna be very, very, very broad, and there's gonna be a bunch of them, right? So this is gonna be very, very broad. So it's take a long time to find something that might be very, very profitable. Actually, I take that back. Let's see if this works because it's already profitable, guys. Let's see if we can sell it. So let's go into here. Somebody's gonna buy this before I can. Let's see if we can sell it though. So needs request approval. Let's see if we can sell this listing. Oh, damn. We can't sell this. Let's see, maybe we can. Yeah, buddy. Let's make some money. All right, so I just got approved for this. Sometimes that happens. Let's go back and let's add this to the cart. Oh, yes, two. This is awesome. This is fantastic. I'm gonna pick up two of these bad boys. I'm gonna add them to the cart. The box that isn't too big of a deal sometimes. Just make sure it is still new. But this looks actually new. So let's go and check out that. Here it is right here. Let's see the product. Let's see if we sell it at that 180, how much money we will make. 180. 180 is 33% ROI. That isn't bad. Our average is about 35, but I'll take 33, especially right now because it is a little video as well. So this is a great product. So we just really found something that we can sell. Let's see if we can find anything else. I like this brand. So we know we can sell a Surefire brand, right? So I'm going to put this Surefire brand into, let's put it into I put it into a document and I add it into the my top list, right? So what I'm going to do, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to jump back into that. I'm going to add this to my top list. It's been added to my top list. Once you click that, now we have this. So for future rating, future reference, we will always have this in there. All right, cool. Now let's see if we can find that was not planned, but I'm happy it happened. These new prices, for some reason, I need to tell our guys that the new price thing is not working still. I'm going to write that down. Or the minimum price isn't working. I swear to God, if y'all buy that before I do, I'm gonna kill somebody. I'm joking. But I'm gonna run down these things. The new price, this new price is under the price we're looking for. I'm gonna skip it. There's no model in this one. We're gonna put a title search, but right now I'm skipping the things that have no models. They just don't work for us because it's what we do is we search the brand and model. That's what we search into the eBay. As you see here, this model is what we searched. Let's see if we can sell this. Still no model. We're pulling everything from Amazon, so a lot of these things Amazon doesn't have models for, so it's kind of a pain, but it's okay sometimes. All right, this is actually not bad. So if we look at this, I would message this guy because he has a bunch more of these. So let's actually see if we can sell these. So let's actually check the price of what they're selling for, or if we can sell them first off, and if oh, we can sell this bad boy new. So it's selling for $18 before fees. I want them for about 20. If I get them for $10 pop, oh, it's gonna be tough, but it might be doable. Like I'm literally gonna message this guy. Oh, I need to sign in, don't I? That's fine. Um, I'm literally gonna message this guy. Yo, how many do you have, and how much can I buy? I'm gonna ask him how many of these do you have, right? I'm gonna send that message, and then let's say he has. I can buy them all. I will buy his whole stock out for $10 a pop, so it'd be $20 total, which is doable, and we can get it actually sometimes relatively easy. All right, so then I'm gonna jump back into this LaCroix extension app. I'm gonna start running down. So this is a good product. You can even add this to your my top list. It all depends on what you guys want to do. We'll add it for right now. You can delete it if you don't want it, if you don't want it in the future. But again, no model, no model. That's all I'm doing right now, is just checking the model, the sales price. This thing looks massive. I don't even want to frick with it. Let's see. I'll add these things. Again, we're going very, very broad right now. But good call on the tools and home improvement. I don't really run this very often. Again, our problem is right now is just cash. There's so much out there. This Craftsman, I don't think I can sell Craftsman, but we're gonna give it a whirl. You can sell this in your house for Craftsman. This thing's a fake. It's a reproduction. I'm going to skip everything like that. Most of these things with these white backgrounds are you can tell who the sellers are. So like this is somebody that took a photo on their bench. This is what I'm looking for. I'm not looking for any of these prices. Also, we highlight China, not getting anything from China. This is the first surefire claim, IP claim. If you get anything from China, do not get anything from China. That's why we highlight it. Honestly, a lot of sellers use this might be a good used product. Actually, $11 ship. So, be a good used product. There's so much opportunity with used. Just, crash, and this might be okay. I'm not sure. I would check and let's give it. This might be a. This doesn't look real. Nope. Skip this one. Every time, because we're not using a backend script. Every time you gotta re-upload it. It's not too big of a deal. Again, we're gonna make it so you guys can only new or both. Right now we're going through both. I like both. I can see exactly like everything's going for it. If there's really some good margin on you, get up. So a lot of these things are going to be garb. So I'm gonna skip this one. Keep going. Again, there's gonna be so many products right now because we pulled literally 8,000 to 120,000. So that'd be 40,000. So stuff out there, but great for a starter. You see, be good buy. Too expensive. Let's check this. No, these fast. So I'm trying to move through these. Oh, I kind of like this one. I like because we can get it at a good price. We this is not working. Yep, too expensive. Spare parts, area tile cutter. No goes, not enough inventory on eBay. So what we're gonna do is we're going to go to the next one. And I'm just literally going through. Oh, this one looks like a good one. Oh, look at that, 43% ROI. Bad. So what I'm gonna do with this one is I'm to first I'm going to check and see if this guy has. So open a new window. Interesting. Interessante. Let's read. There we go. Again, this is an eBay problem, just in general, right? This guy has that. What was it? I don't even want to mess with that at this point. I'm going to check. I need to open this new tab. Actually, selling for 61 bucks, and we can sell it. So we're getting it 38 bucks. Little not looking for ROI, but what you can do is actually email this guy or message this guy, right? Why is this? Oh, I need to go back. So we can message this guy for this. Like, will you take 30 bucks for this? I'm interested in this. Will you take 30 bucks? Takes a little more time. 28 bucks. But yeah, for 20, we are making that money. Cool. Let's go with and go back and then just rinse and repeat. Running this, guys. I think we bought some of these things before. They're really good. Backs. Oh, here's a good one. You guys can snipe. A little bit too expensive, but if this guy has a multiple, so what I'm looking for is like this guy has big enough rating right now. This guy might have multiple of these, and let's see. That is interesting. Okay, so this guy only has one. You can not worth. If 20 of them, I would message him, be like, how much will you take for all 20 of these things? But here's the better price. These guys might have like a bunch of them just in general. Sometimes go perfect. Be one. So he has 3 units. So we can buy bulk from this guy. Like, can you take 60 bucks for if I can buy all three, you can take $60. Take $60 each. Get all three. Cool. This one is Zoto. Interesting. Actually, that rigid thing might be a good play. Let's see if we can find it. Where did that go? I'm pretty sure I can sell rigid, but let's give it a quick check. Again, these are all going to be good. This make an offer thing, family pawn. So pawn shops buy stuff at about 50% of the actual value. So they probably bought this at $40. So you can kind of base it off that. Let's make double percent sure that I can sell this. Yep, we can. Perfect. Okay, so if we can get this like $60, $60 make a 40% profit. Not bad. All right, so I'm just gonna keep offering these guys like 120 for the pair. Oh, yeah, this is kind of our bullshit account. Yeah, so then yeah, for that one we're okay with that. We had too many strikes on this. We have a random account we kind of burn through sometimes for obvious reasons. So we can't actually bid on this one because we have too many strikes on the account. Not too big of a deal. We can use it on other ones. I'm just gonna save this link and I'm gonna put it into the link we just made. I should share. I'll put it down here for you guys because I'm making an offer on it. Cool. If not, no big deal. I'm gonna have to go through my other accounts and grab these ones. Other than that, not too big of a deal. Let's see if anybody has any questions. Granted that lagging pretty heavy. Okay, there's a bunch of questions, live and direct. Okay, so many questions. Margin has dropped. Efficiency dollar. You should be able to pitch. Too bad they can't drop ship to Amazon. Yeah, don't drop ship to Amazon. Not a good idea. Quantity discount. Yeah, definitely. Quantity discount's the big one. I think we picked up we just picked up that we had a big order today that we picked up 328 units, 109% ROI. The guy wanted $120 each. We picked them up for $80 each because we bought 300 units of them. So that's really what we did with that one. Sometimes you can filter by brand or unbranded. Yes, you're correct. You can filter by brand or unbranded. That's why those lists there. Let's say that rigid. Let's say we can sell rigid. That's the next method I'll show you is you can go by brand. So rigid, I know I can sell. So I'm going to go through that. I'm gonna use rigid as the thing, or even that random thing we just picked up. Actually, I need to buy it. That's interesting. Of course, empty. I'm gonna proceed to check out. I'll probably just do it on my phone, so none of y'all can see my credit card information. I'll actually do my phone right now. But yeah, that's what we're gonna do with those, and then I'm gonna run through after I buy this, make some quick money. I'm gonna run through the brand stuff. Because on this account. Might have to close I'll close a lot of my tabs. There's a lot of things. How about health and household before we get out of here? Small appliances, health and household. I think I sold like one thing on health and household. I made a lot of money on it. Chinese brands. I mean filter out Chinese brands. Brand. Yep. That's why we only do like everything's branded for us is because we can filter out all those Chinese brands that we don't want to deal with, right? That's probably one of the biggest things is the Chinese brands, and there's a lot of fakes from China. That's why we had that red light as well. That red little highlight section. That whenever anything from China comes up, you'll automatically know just by looking at it that you shouldn't sell it and you shouldn't even deal with it. We deal with nothing in China at all. We do buys in other places though. Like we have a big deal. I'm not gonna tell you what the deal is, but we have a big deal. We're buying 80 units of this thing for $50 US, right? We're buying 80 units for $50 US. And it sells for 250 and 100 units a month. Running 80 of them. Ridiculous. That's the deal we're working on right now with some of these guys on our end. But yeah, let's go through the two things. Those things can help you out really, really easily. And we've already been doing this for an hour and a half, so it's getting late. Sweet negotiation, man. Hell yeah. So let me get rid of some of these tabs so you guys can speed up. What if a China brand ships to US so there's no US folder is useless? Good question. You'll really know, especially once you get going with this, we know exactly what is not US based, actually like real products. You can definitely tell they're in like plain packaging. They're just not real in general. You'll be able to tell almost instantaneously that it's not that's not actually from a manufacturer. So we do that. Obviously, you get your hands on these things before anybody else does. So just make sure that they are real in general. Cool, guys. Just pick that up. Let's see if we make some cash. Let me go through those two things really quickly. The other ones, it says where it ships from when you scroll down on eBay. Well, yep, correct. So let's actually go through those two other things. Okay, so we know rigid. I'm just gonna chop this name up. RDJIT. Rigid. So we know the brand Rigid. We can sell it, right? So we went through that thing. We saw we could sell Rigid because we were going through the very, very broad things. So let's now niche down even more. I'm going to go to Rigid. I'm going to go to those tools and home improvement. I'm going to tools and home improvement. I'm going to go to sales rank. I'm going to go to, you can do 1 through 120,000 easily. Let's do that. Let's do that 80 to 120,000 like we did before. Make sure it's all good. We're going to search it. So we narrowed down, we can sell something. Now this is when we narrow down even more in terms of good products, right? So I'm just gonna run through these real fast and see what we can buy, what we can sell. So there's already some good margin on this. The shipping cost is gonna kick you on that one, so I'd skip it. I'm just gonna run through these quick. The smaller items, the better in terms of they're gonna sell for more, and you don't have to deal with shipping. Shipping costs on there is a kicker. These products are gonna be bad. There's so many of these. Just in general. Here's the other thing. So like I was clicking on these things and see there's no model. So we pulled this from Amazon. There's no model in this. That's why we can't, it's just pulling up as rigid, right? 70 rigid extractor set. This might be good. Nope. Next. Cool, this kind of looks good. I'm definitely dealing with it right now because we're running out of time. Cool. So I'm gonna run down this. Not bad. Box kind of beat up. I'd say I'd be iffy on this one, honestly. Oh, this guy looks like a good one here. Both these look relatively good in terms of they're high-end sellers, so they might have a bulk. I'm gonna guess, but this guy has bulk. I'm gonna guess, but this guy's bulk. Let's see. Oh no, it's wrong. Damn. Let's see, this guy has bulk. Oh, recondition. Watch out for this. So this guy has recondition on this thing, so it's not actually new. Skip it. Reconditioned. Yeah, it's why they were so cheap actually. Oh, here we go. Pipe fits rigid. Nope, not rigid. Cool. So that's what we do for the brand. We know we can sell a brand and we start running down these things. Actually, let me check one more thing. See if anything that's high value. Yeah, this might be interesting. Feed assembly. Not bad. Not enough margin that makes it worth it. So renewed. Anything with renewed is going to be it won't really pull up because it's gonna be that dash on top of it. But yeah, so if I know you sell rigid, all I'm doing is going through a bunch of these rigid products, typing rigid and going through there. So now let's type in. Oh, here. What is this? Oh, seal kit. Damn. Oh, what is this? Nothing. Oh, no, I like that one. Rigid cutter with head. So we're pulling this model here, and it's pulling up anything that even resembles this for some reason. Interesting. But let's go to the next method I use. So I'm going to go to search. I'm going to do a title search, which is very, very, very powerful. Let's say we want to do, I don't know, the term rigid, the rigid term base. So I'm going to do title search. Let's go drill, right? I'm going to do a drill. I'm going to go to the whatever you think a drill might be in. I don't know, wherever. Let's do home improvement, or you can do all categories. It's going to be really, really broad. Let's do 50,000 between 100,000. It's going to pull up everything with drill. You're going to find two like good good avenues. Brands are going to be a good avenue, and keywords. If something similar sells, I would search by that. Like let's say that rigid, you find something, let's say you find a rigid crescent wrench that sells well, or whatever it may be. You might be able to find a Milwaukee crescent wrench that sells well, just because people aren't really searching for it on Amazon. Those are kind of the trends you're going to be able to find really quickly. So it's going to pull up all these things with drills just because it makes it easier. But these trends that you find are very, very helpful in terms of scaling up quickly. Cool. Those are the methods I use. And we're gonna have a big CSV upload. Bridge 135%. We're gonna have a big CSV upload, so you'll be able to upload almost all of your CSV files and ASIN files up into the Chrome extension, so you can search them very, very quickly. But yeah, that's how we went from 0 to 250,000 in 8 months. If you guys have any questions, concerns, now is the time to ask. We'll probably hopefully do these. Hopefully, it turns out better than this one, but we're gonna do these as probably maybe once a week. Cool, once a week. That's what the Mike Ski said. Once a week, let's go Tuesday at this time, 6 o'clock. Now we have this down. We'll do these things over and over and over. So if you have any questions, ask me then, email me. Hopefully this will go up on YouTube in the near future. Either way. Every Tuesday at 6. Yep, every Tuesday at 6. That's the new play. It's on the calendar right now. We just made it up, but it's going to be happening. Go to settings, sign up. Cool. Good. Everybody have a great rest of your week. Tuesday and Wednesday and Thursday and Friday and Saturday. Buy and make that money. If you have any questions, concerns, comments, download the newest Chrome extension. We're going to be updating the Chrome extensions every week, actually every couple days. Update them, update them, update them. There is no such thing as an automatic update for Chrome extensions. So please update them. You're going to lose out on a lot of extra updates, and some things happen that we have to fix, right? There's a lot of bugs on it. It's free software, and it's still pretty new. Other than that, catch you guys. Peace.